All right, we've got this new challenge called the Earth Week Challenge from our friends at Before It's Too Late. We do a lot of great climate change stories with them. The idea is that now that it is Earth Week, which started yesterday, each day is a different topic. So yesterday was Meatless Monday, today Transportation Tuesday. And look, you can take part with yourself, with your family, not just for Earth Week, but for the rest of your life, and know that you're actually making a difference. And a great way to make a difference is by going vegan. I've been a vegan for 12 years, but once a week, just to kind of teach yourself that there's some good foods out there and you can make a difference. And then maybe a few years from now, you're a vegan 2 days a week or 3 days a week. But we eat 60 million land animals, 15% of the world's greenhouse gases, 80% of the world's agricultural land. Beef takes 10 times more water, 13 times more greenhouse gases than plant-based protein. And there is enough plant-based protein to feed, believe it or not, the entire planet. And today is Transportation Tuesday. United States, 25% of carbon footprint comes from driving, 49% from Miami-Dade County, 79% of South Floridians drive alone, 3% use public transportation. None of us should feel bad about driving. We have to do that in this part of the country. Just know, start thinking about it. If you can take public transportation, or if you can carpool, something you can think about, not just for Earth Week, but all year round. And if you want to take the Earth Week Challenge, go to earthweekchallenge.org. We'll look at the other challenges as we work through the week in the coming days. Good afternoon once again, and happy Earth Week 2023. If you were watching the news yesterday, we introduced the Earth Week Challenge, something you can actually do with yourself or your family in the coming days. Earth Day is Saturday, the 22nd, and our friends at Before It's Too Late have created the Earth Week Challenge by basically dividing up each day into a topic, an area you can learn a little bit about and maybe make small changes in your life that can make a big difference for the planet down the road. We already talked about Meatless Monday and Transportation Tuesday. Today is probably the most important. It is Water Wednesday. 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. 60% of the human body is water, and yet 66% of the Earth's population will be without enough clean drinking water by 2025. It's a couple of years from now. So what can you do? Well, number one, you can retrofit your home. Sometimes this is easy enough for an average person to do, or you get a plumber. You can make your water flow much more efficient. Number two, be smart about your watering your lawn. We live in a part of the country where we can get these downpours some days, and then you see the sprinklers going. Just be smart about that. And then we go back to something that we talked about yesterday, which was Meatless Monday from the day before. As it ends up, a pound of beef takes 10 times more water to produce than a pound of plant-based protein. And we don't want everyone to just go out and be a vegan all of a sudden. We're not saying that, but you can start learning ways to maybe once a week or twice a week limit your meat and dairy intake. And over the course of the next 10, 20, 30 years, if everyone starts doing this, we can actually make a difference. If you want to learn more, go to earthweekchallenge.org, and you can learn about all 7 days, and we'll talk more about that in the coming days. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm meteorologist Steve Maclaughlin. Today is day 4 of Earth Week, which means it is day 4 of the Earth Week Challenge, brought to us by our friends at Before It's Too Late. So we've already talked about Meatless Monday, Transportation Tuesday, and Water Wednesday. Today is Trashy Thursday. So did you know Americans throw away enough paper and plastic cups, forks, and spoons each year to circle the Earth 300 times, and 8 million tons of plastic waste leak into the ocean every year. So important for us here in South Florida. So what can you do? Well, keep recycling. Recycling is still really important. Even waste to energy facilities are important, but the goal is to avoid recycling by reducing and reusing. Everyone here at NBC6 has reusable water bottles instead of the plastic bottles. Maybe you have a cloth bag when you go food shopping. Not only are you helping the environment, but they're stronger. You can put a lot more stuff in them. Good afternoon once again. I'm meteorologist Steve Maclaughlin. Before we get to our forecast, a reminder that tomorrow is Earth Day, the 53rd annual Earth Day. The first one back in 1970 had a lot to do with pollution. Air pollution and water pollution. Think back to what was going on in 1970. Now, of course, it is all about climate change. And all week long, we have been inviting you to take the Earth Week Challenge. This was set up by our friends at Before It's Too Late. You can actually go to earthweekchallenge.org to learn more. But basically, each day is a different topic. And so far this week, we've talked about Meatless Monday, Transportation Tuesday, Water Wednesday, and Trashy Thursday. Today is Civic Friday. This is such an important one because it doesn't take much to get involved and have influence and have a voice. So it's important to use mass transit, to go vegan, to buy locally produced and sustainable products, but most importantly, you must vote. You must learn about your representatives, what policies they support. You can get involved in a local nonprofit or lead a green initiative or someday run for office yourself. But there's also a really great thing you can do. And I think tomorrow is a wonderful day to do it. And it's important to be respectful and sympathetic and empathetic and listen, have a real conversation with someone you love about climate change. And if anyone has any questions, is climate change real? It is so important to listen to what they tell you and then tell them what you know. And if anyone has any doubts that climate change is real, you can point to one day, last Wednesday. Last Wednesday happened because of climate change. Yes, there was a warm front stalled out right on top of us, and yes, there were all these different things going on. But if that warm front were on top of us 20 years ago, we would not have gotten 26 inches of rain. We just wouldn't have. That is a result of climate change. So for anyone living in this area, just say, look back to last Wednesday. Because of climate change and global warming, we might end up having a lot more days like that, unfortunately, every time it rains in the future. Here we go, Shop Green Saturday. So did you know that 60 to 80% of impacts to the earth are caused by household consumption? So what can we do? Well, we can use companies that are socially and environmentally responsible. We can use items with recycled materials. We can look for energy efficient appliances, biodegradable cleaning products, and of course, whenever you're shopping, use cloth bags so you can use them over and over again and try to stay away from paper and plastic bags. Then tomorrow is the final day of Earth Week. It is Nature Sunday. This is sort of our reward. This is my favorite thing to do tomorrow. Take a moment and do nothing, but just appreciate the beauty around us. That's what Earth Day is really about. You could take a trip to a local park or the Everglades or a national park. You can plant a tree with your kids or just take some outdoor pictures and share them. Again, it's not too late to sign up at earthweekchallenge.org. And even if you don't want to sign up and take part in the challenge, you can still go to earthweekchallenge.org to learn about all of these great topics so that you can make a difference. That is what Earth Day is all about.